the pictures on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Should have sent them to the computer. We could have put them in the screen, right?
Maybe.
Could share them.
Could still do that. Which pictures?
Because we're announcing the baby names.
Oh, yeah. We should still be able to do that.
I just thought of that.
Well, let me see here. So, for example, hello guys, welcome to the live stream. We're going to announce the baby names. We are streaming to a bunch of channels. Hopefully we're good. Turn your notifications off. You're in the movie theater. I'm going to try to figure one thing out real quick. We are still newbies when it comes to this. All right, notifications off. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? I'm going to bring up the live stream here just to make sure. Oh, come on.
Look, we have some ambiance behind us.
Ambiance.
There's a reason. We'll get to that.
What is going on?
Good morning. Everyone is hopping on.
My phone is stuck. How do you get out of that?
Happy Saturday, everyone.
This is not a planned live.
On your Mevo?
I don't have a Mevo.
There.
How did you do that?
So it was horizontal, so you had to swipe up from the bottom.
How do you know these things? You're so smart.
Thanks. Can you say that again?
How do you know these things? You're so smart.
You're just messing it up today. I'm going to go up a little bit with it so we don't see our bellies.
Okay. This is a backup so we can see what we're doing and how the quality is. It's like a display monitor. Perfect, right?
Good morning.
That's just so we can double check.
Elizabeth Stokes from the UK. Hi. I am getting better. Yesterday was not a good day. I overdid it on Thursday with Dolly's babies, and yesterday I was just wiped out. Thank you. Thanks, Kathy. Better today. Hannah is now sick. She has sore throat and was running fever through the night. We did take her to the doctor yesterday. It is not strep throat. It's just some kind of viral bug that's going around.
Right.
That's not our current logo.
Well,
that's like the OG, very, very first one.
It's something.
I'll have to help you find the actual logo.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to overlay the picture of.
Add overlay.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. Just email them to us real quick.
Okay.
And see when that's up. We're still live streaming.
Oh, good. I said to him, I was like, I have the pictures ready for the name.
Mm-hmm. That's me dancing.
For the name reveal. I was like, instead of showing my phone, we should have put them up there.
How is everybody? How are you guys today? I had a very interesting day this morning. How many new babies?
It's always something. It's always something. We have 8 names to announce.
Hun, you took away the ambiance.
I know. I just didn't want to see the belly area.
It's fine. My nose is awfully shiny today. How's everything looking though? Like clarity. Do you remember the last live stream we did? It was filming in like 240 DPI. I think we're all good now. So we're going to do baby names. I'm not even giving you guys a chance to respond because
I'm getting ready.
Moving on. It's clear. It's good. Perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think I've figured that one out.
8.
So this morning I had to go. You didn't see me on a live stream at all. Oh. There is a big, long book. Wow. Baby goat that chokes and feed can go into shock and experience a drop in body temperature afterwards. Choking obstructs the esophagus, leading to a buildup of pressure and potentially hindering oxygen intake, triggering shock. This can lead to a decrease in core temperature as the body struggles to maintain its temperature.
Patty must be a subscriber. Patty,
so
we haven't even gotten to that for our regular viewers.
I was just going to say, how did you get this information, Patty? Where did you find this? This is not public knowledge, right? It's not public knowledge yet. Guys, if you are a subscriber on Facebook and you have access to private information that I share with my subscribers only, that's exactly the thing I don't want to happen. Because now everyone knows what's going on. Lucky for us, we discovered something else. That's not what it is.
Well, I mean, that's what initially started today. Okay, so anyway,
we'll get
love
to it.
you, Patty. Thank you for wanting to help and looking up that information for us. Just you're getting the cart ahead of the horse, just a little bit.
Yeah, cart ahead of the horse. So this morning, I was going to do a very short 7-Eleven. My plan was, I even had it scheduled. You guys might have even seen it sitting in the queue, and I was getting ready to go live, and the goat rental shows up.
If ever we don't go live, it's for a reason. It's because chaos has broken out or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. It's not that we forgot.
No. So I got up this morning and I was gonna do the live. Then a goat rental showed up, and then I was like, maybe I'll do it right afterwards. Well, I started doing the grains with Andy, helping the chores out because Andy showed up, and I dumped some grains. Well, here's the problem. I have a hair. Here's the issue. One of the issues is that I had such a busy week, I didn't get a chance to go to the feed mill and pick up my normal sheep and goat feed. So I did a quick stop at Tractor Supply because it's very close, and I picked up sweet feed. Freezing up a bit. Is anybody else freezing up? Before I continue on with my story, I want to make sure I have it right here, my display module.
Are you on Facebook?
This is on YouTube.
Let me pull up Facebook.
No. Brenda says I am. No. Yes. Yes, a little. No.
It's okay, Patty.
Yes,
Patty said she's sorry. She totally forgot. It's okay. We love you. You're trying to help.
It shouldn't be freezing. I have you plugged in to the router. I have you plugged in. What the heck?
All right. Well, so it's good on Facebook on my end, good on YouTube on your end. I don't know.
Okay.
Continue onward.
Onwards and outwards. Here we go. I grabbed the sweet feed in a pinch. Now.
When? Yesterday?
Yes, the other day, because I knew we had
Tractor
nothing.
Supply.
Yesterday at Tractor Supply. Sweet feed. Not thinking. Well, here's the thing. Now that hindsight is 20, this is something you never would have known, because baby goats, by the way, look in here. Let me show you something so we can get on the same track here. This is Teeny and this is Tiny. No, this is, sorry. Tina and Tiny. Tina's the mom, Tiny's the baby. Now, Tiny's only a month old, guys. And month-old babies, what do they eat? What does a month-old baby goat eat? Milk, right? So, this morning when I put the grains down, now there's a complete, there's a dark horse here. His name is Chip. Chip is like born an adult. He was born eating hay and born eating grains.
He is an exception to the rule.
Always an exception to the rule. He is. Normal goats, they'll just nibble or whatever. When I put this sweet feed down, I saw Tiny gobbling it down. And I said to Andy, I said, wow, this is great. She's eating. Okay, let's go back in time a little bit.
Can you quickly say why they have to have a majority of milk for the first 8 weeks?
I will. I'll get there.
I like hearing you explain it.
I will.
So interesting.
I will explain the rumen and the omasum and the abomasum and the rectilium. Not the rectum. I'll stay away from that one. I'm not explaining that. We all know how that works. So the baby Tina, Tiny. I may be bad at names, but I know what I'm talking about. Tiny was eating the sweet feed pellets. Now, hindsight's 2020. Yes, she's been nibbling on the goat grains this whole time. She's been nibbling and eating the goat grains. Now, we didn't realize that how much she actually relied on the grains that I normally get. And so by me getting the sweet feed, a larger pellet size, she was trying to inhale it. And yes, guys, she choked this morning.
We believe she choked.
I know she choked. I watched her. She came over and she tried to get it. It caused her to gag and vomit. Started vomiting out of her nose. And it was extremely scary situation. And this was all right after I was going to go live. And I'm swinging her upside down I'm patting her back. I've got the bulb syringe sucker out, trying to.
Thank goodness that was right there in the.
By the way,
in the birthing kit.
They're too short.
The new ones are too short.
Yeah, I had to really jam it in there. They taper out too fast.
Okay.
So we need ones with a little
longer, skinnier. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm sucking out the fluids, and eventually, after working with her for a while, we were able to get her to, and she was shallow breathing as well. So this is why she says it was shock, because I talked in the subscribers live. My subscribers knew about this beforehand, how I believe she's shocked. She went, no, I believe she choked, and they said she went into shock. Because I was confused about the body temperature. Of course, anytime something like this happens, the first thing you want to do is check the temperature of a goat rectally. I guess I will talk about the rectum. You check it rectally, and if you have a high temperature, you've got something going on viral. You've got some sort of sickness, illness, going on. That's a cold. If you have a low temperature, their body's shutting down. Well, I checked her temperature.
Because the rumen works. You getting there?
I can.
The rumen works to heat their body. That's their temp maker. That's the warmth maker.
Right.
And it's good to know it got super cold last night too.
So she doesn't have a full size rumen. Mm-mm. She is a baby goat. Okay. Threw me off track though. I was going somewhere.
Thank you, Ronnie. Ronnie's gonna order new suckers.
Oh. Temperature. Check the temperature. Lower temperature means the body's shutting down. So, guys, I know we're glitching. I hear it. See, glitched. It's glitching. Why are we glitching? That makes me very mad. Yeah, look.
Pause.
All right, let's see. Does that take care of the glitching? Let's try that out now. We're going to do the alphabet and see if I glitch during the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? All right, so what I did is I switched it from high def 1080 to 720 DPI. It seems like even being plugged in to that, we're not in the source. We're not in the source. All right, I fixed it. Okay, perfect. We're good. Now, going back to the rumen and the rectilium and all that kind of stuff. So Tiny choked on the sweet feed. We didn't realize, okay, she's eating this, right? Baby goats start nibbling on that stuff. When they're born, they're drinking milk, and they make the esophageal tube when they do this. What?
What are you doing? So weird.
This is the mama's boobie. This is the teat.
Thank goodness you didn't whip out your own nipple. No. Different kind of show.
For some reason, scientists haven't figured it out. When they make the V in their mouth or the U, it shuts down it closes these flaps in their esophagus, because you have the first stomach is the rumen, the second one's the rectilium, then you have the abomasum, and then you have the omasum and the abomasum. Now I'm confused. One of them's the last stomach. Either way, when they're babies and they're drinking milk, it bypasses everything and goes to the last stomach, which is the omasum. It goes to the last stomach. A baby goat's last stomach is 80% the size of all the other stomach compartments. An adult goat's first stomach, the rumen, is 80% of all of the other sizes. So what happens is, as a baby, the abomasum is huge and the rumen is small. And as they start eating more foods and ruminating, that gets bigger, and then the abomasum gets smaller, whichever one it is. And so it's very important that if a baby goat doesn't get milk, it can't even take in too much solid feeds, because their stomach isn't fully processed. Think about how big it needs to be with the surface area to absorb the nutrients. All of these other stomachs don't fully form until 8 weeks or so. And the problem was not the fact that she choked, guys. Can anybody guess where I'm going with this? And she's the brainiac behind this that made me investigate.
I think we figured it out. I think I figured it out.
She did figure it out.
It was my mother's intuition.
So somebody here might know what's going on. I'm waiting.
I was observing them.
Jackie, you're very close.
Yeah, Jackie got it.
Yeah, there's no milk. Guys, I hate to tell you that.
Let me just say how we realized it. I was watching them once we got Tiny stable and her temp back up, and I've been observing them all morning here with me. And I noticed Tiny trying to eat on Mom, and it was just headbutt, 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 more than normal on the udder.
Yeah, butting up on the udder, trying to let the milk down.
There's no milk.
And there's no milk. So Mom has not been producing milk. Now this all makes sense. Mom stopped producing milk. Tiny starts eating more solid foods because Tiny's not getting anything from Mom. Tiny was perfectly fine processing the smaller grains that I normally provide. By me having to make a quick shift to get the pellets, I threw them down this morning, not realizing that she was so used to getting the smaller size feed to supplement herself, she inhaled larger chunks and choked because I put down larger amounts of feed in there. I won't make that mistake again. I need to stay on top of kids and take the blame for that one. I didn't have the right feed for them. I used sweet feed, which is fine, but not in this scenario. Right. It's not a one size fits all. Guys, we're farmers, we're humans, we make mistakes. I made a mistake, and I won't make that again. Noah does not nurse from Tina. Noah nurses from her mom, Stella. Now, I checked Stella. Stella is producing milk.
I said to him, I was like, please go check Stella. Let's make sure. Again. Let's make sure Noah's okay.
Why are we keep freezing?
Someone said they wonder if it's because we're going out to so many platforms.
No, has nothing to do with that. Nope.
It was my mother's gut. You ladies know. You just have a feeling. So what we're going to do is
make a bottle, and we're going to give it to her. Now, here's the thing. She is eating hay. She's nibbling and eating hay.
She's been drinking a lot of water, I've noticed.
And she's drinking water.
Because if she's not getting much milk, she has to have water to stay hydrated. There was a little bit there, you said. You said the one side's completely dried up.
On here?
On Tina.
One side, they have two udders, or one big udder and two sacks, or two nipple. Ultimately, there's just two teats. And one of the teats and its bag above it is completely flat and not producing any milk. The other side is kind of full, but squeaking out a very small stream of milk. So unfortunately, there's not enough sustaining her to survive. And if we don't intervene and turn her into a bottle baby, she's going to pass away. We wonder why she stopped producing milk too, where we provide the highest protein and foods for the moms in the maternity ward. The truth of the matter is both of these moms, Stella and Tina, should never have been bred that young. Yes, goats can get mastitis. So they definitely should not have been bred this young, and that could be a very big part or reason why she's drying up already. She wasn't even 7 months old when she got bred. Now, guys, in case you don't know where these guys came from, they're from another farm. These were rescue goats. Well, one of them was a purchase goat and one was a rescue. So, boy, sweet chops, lover boy, boyfriend, how you doing?
Jeff, another crazy morning here at SFF.
Crazy morning. So what happened is I had to get myself out the door this morning. We had a scheduled event for Uline. Most of you guys have probably seen a Uline box or bought something from Uline. It's a huge factory and warehouse in Allentown that ships worldwide. And they are bringing they brought the goats in today, and I had to get out the door, and I felt so bad to leave Andy and Lauren alone with it. But Annie doesn't know how to set anything up. Mary can't drive the van by herself. She still can't
I'm not
drive.
permitted to drive.
So I had to leave. So what we did, the temperature. Here's what happened. Oh, why did teeny,
Oh my
tiny or teeny?
Oh my God. It's tiny.
Oh, you almost said it.
Because you're getting me confused. It's tiny.
Why did Tiny's temperature drop to 97 degrees? When I checked it, it was 101.1, 0.4 below normal. Then when I left, it was 100.5. So within 15 minutes, it had already dropped. And then when I got to Uline, and I called Andy, and he said it was down to 97. We're talking temperatures that are deathly.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened? What happened there? Why did the temperature drop? And why did it drop so suddenly? I think that she has a point. I think the shock definitely had something to do with it. The shock of choking. This goat choked because it was consuming larger feed that it couldn't normally
Was the body
eat.
already shutting down that quickly?
I think it put it into shock, and because she hasn't been drinking and getting the food, her body was shutting down. I think that the shock triggered her. I think in a normal goat that would choke, it would be fine. Mm-hmm. But being that she's so emaciated, whatever.
That's the other thing I noticed with her being in here and me. So what happened was Andy brought her in and we did the warm water trick again that we did with
Put her in
Trooper.
The sink.
And so I was holding her in the bag in the warm water. And that's when I realized, I mean, she's not skin and bones, but she's not chunky like Noah, you know? And I thought to myself, she doesn't feel solid, you know? So that's another reason why I kind
of. And then, yes,
that.
The slamming on the back, the flopping around and trying to get the food that was stuck in her throat out, maybe put her into shock. Luckily, the trick with the water in the sink worked like a charm this time.
Gosh.
And she's stable. Her temperature is stable. She hasn't dropped.
Yeah, we only had her in the bag in the water one time. Andy and I, for not even that long, we checked her after like 5 minutes, got her out. It was up to 102. And she hadn't gotten wet, so we didn't need to dry her off or anything. And then we got them nice and cozy here in front of the fire. And I've been checking her, and she's been fine ever since.
So I saw a good comment here about Sherry Smith says,
I agree, MJ.
Dehydration can cause temps to drop. So we do have water accessible in there, and I just wonder if the bucket's too high for her to fully get it once the other goats drink it down.
She's actually panting right now because she's right in front of the fire and she's hot.
Oh, she is enjoying herself.
I know. Here, show them. She's actually panting, little sweetheart.
I can't focus that far. Focus.
There we go. And she could move back away from the fire if she was too hot.
She's going to move back right now because we're going to...
MJ says it maybe in hindsight, it's, I mean, not that we want our animals to choke, but it made us realize there's a problem with Tina's milk, you know?
Right. Actually, if you're right, you're so, you know, I always forget about the mysterious part of life. The reason why things usually happen for a reason. You know, when you get so logical behind things and then something happens like this, well, if I didn't rush off and get big feed to try to supplement and blah, 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 we may not have noticed and we could have lost her. And so by having some other thing happen, this is the mysterious part of life. These are the things that are supposed to happen to us. You know, those are those gut feelings and those instincts. And guy upstairs is always taking care of us, you know? So pretty crazy, absolutely crazy. I'm going to go make this bottle. You can talk for a second because we're going to release the names. Did you email them to us?
I did.
Okay.
So what do we have to do?
So perfect. While you make the bottle, I will get the pictures ready.
Now, not too much because she's not.
We don't even know.
She's
never drank off the bottle. This is the hard part about bottle feeding.
We're going to have to get her to switch over.
Right. We're going to have to get her to switch. How much do you want me to do? A quarter and only put it on for like 20 seconds.
Can I warm it in the bottle? Yes, right?
Yes, you can. If it fits in the microwave. So bear with me 1 second. Here's what I'm going to do. While I'm accessing the pictures here, I'm going to put you guys on them. Do you hear Apollo out there yelling like a madman? I'm going to access these pictures for you real quick.
8.
Huh?
8.
8 what?
Pictures.
Oh, 8 pictures. Hang tight. Don't go anywhere, everyone. All I'm doing is looking for the picture so we can do the name reveal. I'm glad you guys are here. So I'm going to access the email. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. I feel like I'm going somewhere because I've lost my visual on my studio.
Oh, that's such a cute picture.
This one? Photo room?
Yeah.
How do you download these?
We'll open it up.
Okay.
I would say open up the email. There you go.
Correct. And then can I just download all of them at once?
That I'm not sure. Such a cute picture of them snuggling in front of the
Download.
flower.
Okay, that's 2 downloaded, 3 downloaded, 4 downloaded, 5 downloaded, 6 downloaded, 7 downloaded, and 8 baby goats downloaded.
Now
Wherever the download folder is. All right.
See if I can.
And we're coming right back here to this platform. How do I ever survive? Oh. You know what?
Where are they gonna? I don't understand where the pictures are gonna be. How are you gonna access them?
You'll see.
Hey, we could do angel watching.
Goodness.
All the dogs barking, but isn't that such a cute scene? Oh my
It's a
God,
great
I
scene in
love
front of the
that.
fireplace. I love
That's
it.
like a screensaver right there. You know, at Christmas time, how you put like a little fireplace screensaver.
So now all we have to do.
Would you want to feed her first?
Yes.
It's warm. I'll grab her for you. Apollo is so annoying.
It's raw milk. I had to run to Hershey Harvest and buy raw milk. It's been that long since we've had to bottle feed baby goats. Isn't that crazy? Janice, it is a real fireplace, but it's running off propane right now.
One way or another, we always seem to get ourselves
or another
with bottle baby goats.
You're right.
Here we go.
Here she is.
Here we go again.
This is the one we almost lost this morning.
Mama, she's right here. Here, I got you a towel because she's probably gonna make a mess.
She doesn't know how to do this.
You know, I was watching her. That what kind of clued me into like something's not right. She has no energy.
She's no energy.
Let me just call out to this Amazon driver guy and say that.
There you go. Mom is. I really hope she starts. Look, Mom is yelling. Mom is back here saying, "What are you doing?" Okay, come on. You hear that? Yeah, it's milk. Okay, yeah. Drink. Your mom's yelling at you. I get it. So it's probably a good idea that we might, this is sad. We might have to separate Mom. As you notice, she's back there yelling. And this one is Tiny is like, I need to go to my mom. And I don't think they need to be together right now because Mom is distracting Tiny from what the assignment is. And the assignment is to drink. So it's time to get real here and just put her in there and hope she understands the assignment. Oh, come on, Mom. Come on, baby. Get it? Get it? Oh, my goodness, guys. This is the first bottle that she's ever had. We waited for you guys. We wanted you guys to be part of this moment. Oh, thank goodness. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Once she picks up that speed, look at that. Now she knows. Oh, God, this is so amazing. I usually have a hard time trying to get them to drink, but she's so starving. This never happens. This right here never happens. Never having the bottle, being damn raised. She picked this up so fast. You guys have watched me before, right? And seen how it's such a struggle to get some goats to drink milk. And this is raw cow's milk. So it's all the living bacteria, enzymes, all the stuff that's great for their gut health. It's perfect. Oh God, this is amazing. Bottle feed her, but keep her with mom. I only thought about separating her if this was going to be an issue, but it turns out it's not going to be an issue. You're Apollo out there. He is guarding. Oh my goodness gracious, hun.
She's chowing down?
Look at her.
Oh my God, she's probably just so hungry that she's like, oh, finally.
I've never had a goat drink that fast.
I'll make
like
more.
Learn that. I just pressed it a little bit. Oh, what happened? We had a I don't know. We had a glitch. Are we back?
Oh my God.
I think we're separated. We lost ourselves. Hold on. We lost ourselves.
Should I make more?
Are we back? Yes, you should. Well, let's finish that out. Right there.
Hold on the cord, so I don't know if something happened.
Regular setup area. We need a normal area that we can set up our live stream. This is so dumb.
It's back, no?
It's back for now. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry.
Look at her finishing that.
This is why I really, really want to have I need a studio. We need a studio so we don't have to deal with this stuff. We currently are running the Ethernet wire across the living room to the router box, and the dog just ran by and bumped the cable. Bentley did that. It's his fault.
Okay, it's gone.
It's gone. More. All right. You want me to do it this time?
I know, okay. Oh my God, I could have cried when I walked in and saw that. That is a miracle.
Hello. So sorry about that. Would you mind driving like an extra 5 or 10 minutes up the road? I had a baby goat emergency this morning. Yeah, so I did end up in Allentown, but I had to rush back because we almost lost a baby goat. And so currently we're just trying to feed it and get it going together. So I will text you the address real quick, and then I'll have your check for you. Yep, sounds good. Bye.
I know what that was, yes.
Know what that was?
Yeah.
You guys know what that was? I'll explain what that was. I only think the subscribers know what it is. Lauren backed into a vehicle a while ago, and oh, look, she's trying to eat my sleeve now and my arm. No, it wasn't hay. It was the car she backed into, and the guy sent some ridiculous quote and sent me down some alley to go to some shop, and we didn't believe it was crazy. And I went to the shop and nobody was there, but it smelled like weed. And turns out she still damaged the car. And we have this gut feeling they're just going to use the money for whatever they want. But I was like, guy, that's ridiculous quote. I'll just use my insurance then. So he dropped the price and now he wants the money for the car. And we're going to give him the check and the money. Oh, I have to text it real quick. Hold on. Dang it. Take that. Take the goat. Take Tiny.
Bailey's trying to say hi to the goat.
Oh, gosh.
She actually just put the nipple in her mouth this time.
By herself?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Looks like we got ourselves a bottle baby.
Dang it. Well, like you said, we always end up with bottle babies, and we don't mean to. It just happens.
Oh, he's just coming here now.
Why? You want me to run out in the middle of naming and live streaming and whatever? I have cameras all over the place.
Do we know the amount? Did he send the invoice?
I didn't look. You were supposed to look. No. Sorry, we're dealing with business issues in the middle of the live stream. So sorry about that.
You guys can see Tiny eat. Look at her go.
So I'm trying to run business here at the same time. Where would he emailed it to?
No, he was going to text it because they don't have our email.
Your phone.
See if he texted it because I'm not giving him anything.
Yes, you are.
Not without a receipt unless he's bringing one. She was so hungry. He's in as where's Guy? Guys, look at this. I know. Oh my gosh, it makes me want to cry. Ugh. So we're back to probably at least 3 bottles, maybe 4 until we get her back up to like good energy level and back up to health, She's hungry. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, sweet girl. No, we didn't notice sooner. Look at Bailey.
We can make a receipt and have him sign it. That's fine.
Yeah, it's just that he promised that the shop guy would give us an invoice today.
Bailey, oh my gosh. She is chugging down. Look at her go.
Bailey, this isn't your bottle. Oh, sweet girl.
This is amazing.
This is amazing. And you know what? This is an easy fix. She just needs milk. It's an easy fix, right?
Right.
I mean, I pray to God this is all that's going on. Because then he called me. He's like, "Do you think she has pneumonia? How does her breathing sound?" Like we start thinking everything to try and figure it out. She just needs some milk. So what do you think? We do 4 feedings to get her back up to get her caught up, and then we'll go down to 3?
Well, I don't want to give her bloat either. So we're going to let's ease her into this. She knows how to eat solids. So let's do now, and then let's do like 5 p.m.
Because she also... Bye, Bailey. Bailey just
Bailey, what are you?
Help her.
I don't need to help her. She can help herself up. Get up.
Oh my gosh, animals galore. What was I gonna say? Oh, she might also have some diarrhea now too, till she gets used to this raw milk.
Correct.
Okay, she came off on her own.
Perfect.
Good girl.
Okay, we've got namings coming up. I need to switch seats with you because I don't want to reach across to the keyboard here. Oh my gosh, holy smokes.
You want to put her back in with Mom?
Yes, absolutely. I would love her to live with Mom. That would be perfect.
Oh my gosh, her belly, guys, is full now.
Her belly's fat.
Her fat belly is full. That was absolutely amazing.
Tiny's 1 month old. All right, let's do the name reveals. And Lauren had put this all together. And there's different people that name different goats and different moms and different stories and different reasons for the names. So we're going to do that now. I had just figured out how to do it. Media assets, add an overlay, and wherever the downloads are here. Do you know where downloads are
right
at?
Right there, downloads.
Aha.
There you go.
Okay, we'll start with this one.
Hold on.
Oh, let me add all of these first. No, they're just going to be in as an option.
Okay. Hold on, everyone.
How do I go down here? Oh, gosh. I lost them all.
Can I do it?
Yeah. Let's just make it bigger and select them all, right? Oh, God. Go ahead. I can't. My fingers are too fat for this little keypad. 2, 3, 4. We're almost ready. Oh, my gosh. They're so cute pictures. Who took these?
It was a combination of Andy and Megan.
They're such good pictures. All right.
It's uploading. Hold on.
Here we go.
Now I would like to do them in chunks, like Tansy's babies, Toffee's babies, Polly's babies.
Then you just need to click on the ones you want as you go.
So let's start with Polly's babies because you probably all should know their names. So Polly's babies, we decided to name after Colin and his girlfriend because Colin has been the one discovering the babies lately. So I know, look how cute he is. So we have Colin. This is Polly's little boy. And the way to tell them apart is the boy, aka Colin, has more black, and you'll see the girl has more white.
Hold on. I just want to make sure. In between each one, I just want to see. Fat finger syndrome. Yes, right? All right, there you go. Try to keep yourself in frame too, so you're not cut off over here.
Hold on.
Well, you're cut off. Just saying.
All right, and then there's Polly's little girl. So you see the difference? Colin has a lot more black, whereas Adriana,
like 3 cameras going right now.
The little girl has more white and more moon spots and speckling.
All right, what do you guys think? So Colin and Adriana. So perfect.
Okay, now let's go to
face in there.
Let's go to Toffee's babies. So I don't know if you guys remember, but Toffee was named by Mary Beckish. Mary wanted to name her Toffee. Mary has been wanting to name a goat after her sister who passed away. And so we decided, hey, let's just have Mary and Joe name both babies Toffee's babies. So Joe named one and Joe named one and Mary named one. Pause. Yeah, but I don't know the amount.
I'm gonna get it from him. I think it's like 7. I don't know. I'm gonna take pictures of license plates and driver's licenses.
Okay. You want me to just continue without you?
No, he's not here yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here when he's here. There's no bark.
All right. So let me find Toffee's babies. All right. So Joe wanted to name the little boy, Toffee's little boy, Peter, after his dad, and I believe his brother also. Their names were Peter. So I know it's like a very formal name for such a little goat, but there we have Peter. That's Toffee's little boy. I love how Toffee's little boy has the black lips, just like Toffee does. So Peter, I have a feeling he may end up with a nickname like Petey or Pete, just because Peter seems so formal, but that's what Joe chose. You see this picture?
Yeah. You see how big this collar is? This is a GPS collar from Spot On.
You're getting off track.
I know. It's amazing, though.
Focus.
Okay, focusing.
Peter. Yes, Peter has little boots, too. Black feet.
Oh, my pits stink.
What else is new? And then Toffee's little girl. Mary wanted to name Katie after her sister who passed away. So there we have Katie. And it's Katy is how she spelled it. So Peter and Katie for Toffee's babies.
I got the embrace.
I know. I love the black lips. They're so cute. Peter and Katie. You gonna be able to remember all these?
Nope.
No.
Not a clue. Nope.
All right.
I'm not even trying.
Let's go now to Tansy's babies. Oh, and guys, I'll post these pictures online. That way you can look at them and study them. Tansy's babies. So I don't know if you guys remember, but Andy was the one that discovered that Tansy was going into labor that morning and called us out to the barn. So we decided to ask Andy and Tanya to name Tansy's babies. So the first little girl is Bellini.
Bellini?
Look how cute she is. She's so cute.
Bellini.
She looks like her mama. I love it.
That is funny.
Isn't that so cute? Oh, that's true. It's like Peter Cottontail. That's a good way to look at it. Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. Hippity hoppity, Easter's on its way.
She sings so much better than I do.
All right, so this is Bellini, and then Bellini's sister, Tansy's other little girl. Hold on, I have to make sure I'm picking the right picture. Is Mojito. Bellini and Mojito would be Tansy's babies. Again, those names were chosen by Andy and Tanya. So this is that real little teeny tiny silver girl. So cute. All right. And then finally, we have Holly's babies, who were a surprise to us and just born, like 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided Jay and I would name Holly's babies. So I came up with the idea to name the little girl, let me find her, Bunny, because remember, Hugh is the dad, Hugh Hefner. So Hugh is the dad, our Billy named Hugh, and after Hugh Hefner, and of course, the whole Playboy Bunny thing. So this is Bunny, plus she was born at springtime.
So Hugh is dad.
It works out.
Bunny is baby.
So Bunny is the girl. This is Holly's girl. And you know what else is weird? I realized Holly is the name of one of Hugh's wives, which is pretty funny.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then the boy. So we have Bunny, and let me find the picture of the boy.
I saw that comment.
Here.
Aren't you glad I bought Hugh that day?
Nope, not Peter. Hold on. Where is
Peter Cottontail.
Here he is.
This is
the boy's gonna be Hef.
And so look at that guy right there. He's so cute. Hef.
So we have Hef and Bunny for Holly's babies.
That's adorbs right there. I love it. Which Holly's mom is Dolly? I don't even know what that means.
Oh, you're right. I'm wrong. Her name is Dolly, not Holly. Oh, Lord in heaven.
Whose name?
The mom is Dolly, not Holly.
Oh, okay.
I put Holly's boy. I meant Dolly's boy. I'll fix it. I didn't even catch that.
What would we do without you guys?
I know. I don't know. Maybe I put Holly because I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Hugh's wife was Holly, one of them.
Okay, well, now you know, but it doesn't match.
So, yes, Hef is the one that did the lip curl. Like, he's literally...
Yeah, he's the lip curl guy.
Minutes old, and he was doing the lip curl. So, thank you for all your name suggestions. I know we probably didn't use any of them, but we decided to go with allowing some key players in the past week's events to go ahead and name these babies. So,
all right. So let's answer a couple of questions.
Do we introduce the dads to the babies? No, they don't really care about the babies. They don't know it's their babies. So
correct.
No, we typically don't.
Unless it's for content reasons.
I will post these pictures. I will make a post. I will change Holly to Dolly.
I'm going to use a screen. This might be better. Did you weigh Dolly's babies? Probably not.
I don't know. You know what? That would be another. Not. We should have weighed.
A good starting. Well, honestly, weight is a great.
We could weigh though. I was going to say Tiny, and keep track on her weight.
Weight is a great way.
She's laying down.
But also just watching the baby grow and knowing once you know what you're doing, and you can see results, and you don't actually need to weigh. If you're guessing yourself and you're wondering what you're doing,
that's a good one to answer. Probably not.
Then you should probably weigh. But yeah, no, most likely we won't keep the Billies.
We won't keep Hef because he has the same bloodline as Hugh and Dolly. And so if he would accidentally breed Dolly again, it would be mom and son. So we most likely will not keep him.
No, Hef's not the one we had to work with the nurse, I don't think. Is it? Maybe it is.
Yes, it is. Hef is the one that was stubborn, who didn't want a nurse. And I had to roll around in the hay trying to get him the nurse. Yep, that's him.
Are they staying inside or going back to the barn after the live? I think they're staying inside for a little while.
Yeah, I think probably at least for today, maybe even overnight. Although I don't think I want to keep the fireplace running if we're not in here.
Right.
But it's cold. It snowed overnight. And I think just to make sure that everything's on the up and up, they'll for sure will stay in here today.
Wait to confirms mom's milk. So for the other babies, I do weigh them periodically throughout the week. Absolutely. I already know that mom here is dried up. So I'm watching the baby drink. So I don't have to worry about the milk.
She's passed out now.
She's passed out. Exactly. Are you going to the farm today? Doing a farm? Yep.
I'm not sure, Kate.
Every day. Every day we're at the farm.
I'm not sure what that means.
Will you update this one here? Yes.
You deleted it by accident.
Oops.
You hit the wrong
I
button.
deleted your comment.
Sorry,
I'm
that was
sorry.
accident. What did it say?
Nightbot. If you guys are watching my live streams and you see this Nightbot pop up every now and then, that's literally an automatic robot that I set up to answer questions for you guys, but it's only dependent on the input I put in there. So if I don't change the input and something happens on the farm,
Jeff, that's mean.
you guys will still get old news.
Do you weigh hope? Did you weigh hope? I think the feed mill is open for the use of the scale. Jeff! You jerk.
Well,
do you know what time Dolly's babies were born?
So I don't know what time Dolly's babies were born. Polly's babies were born at 4 a.m.
He found them. They were still wet. I mean, it was within.
No, it was. Are you talking about
Dolly, the last two to be born when you weren't here? He called me and I went running out.
So they were found.
The sack was still on the ground.
I think Dorinda heard. She said around noon.
Yeah.
Henny says around. I think you guys heard it on the live stream.
Thanks, Hannah.
I have a dead zone or a couple of them in the garage. I mean the barn on cameras. So I'll be adding more and more cameras over time as this progresses. The Angel Watch is pretty amazing. We have this sophisticated setup that's finally coming to reality. I love it. My command center's there. The cameras are being added. And eventually I'd love to have cameras pretty much all over the place and just, for you guys to watch. And it's for us as well.
And for us to check in when we're not here.
Mm-hmm. And so we're learning all this stuff.
Apollo's been real busy in the yard. Apollo has at least 2 holes now that I've seen.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Any other questions before we hop off of here?
I wanted to say that we will still be doing our farm report tomorrow.
Oh yeah, farm report. It's called the Farmly Report, right?
The SFF Farmly Report. It's going to be on Sundays.
Wait. Don't go anywhere after this one because Mary's at the Uline event and she's going to go live. If you want to see our goats in action at the Uline event, Mary, it's called Mary on the Farm.
On Facebook only, not YouTube.
Only on Facebook. Mary on the Farm will be live at 1 o'clock. That's 8 minutes from now, watching the goats. So keep an eye out on Noah. He's a bit lonely without Tiny and Chip. I agree with that.
Well, Chip will be back around dinner time.
Yeah. Chip went on.
Chip's on the 3rd event.
He is busy this week. Chip is so busy this week. Oh my God,
he loves it. I saw him jumping from chair to chair to chair to chair yesterday at the event.
Yes. So cute. Again, that was on a subscribers live. You just totally telling everybody what happened.
I'm allowed to because I'm the content creator.
You're not a content. You're the content creator's wife.
Hey. Do you see me making content? See?
Chip is not in the baby stall or the middle section anymore. Chip and Grace are with Gen Pop. He is loving every minute of it. I saw him standing on other big giant goats that lay down near the feeders. He's jumping on them and jumping off of them. Do you have that pink Stanley water cup from when you had to meet up at the farm? I'm interested in that cup.
So
I think that was Missy's cup.
No, we have Stanley cups for sale. They're not actual Stanleys though, guys. I don't know if I have any pink ones left. You'll have to go on the website and see if there's any still available. I know there's other colors left. I don't remember if there's any pink left. You'll have to check it out.
All right, who is next on the list for delivery? Any possible surprises? Yes, there are possible surprises coming up, and that would be.
So we don't know the dates of Darla or Reese.
Oh, Reese should be in there.
Oh, no, Reese isn't there. We don't know the dates for Darla and Angel.
Or Darla Leonora.
Oh, you think she's pregnant?
Yeah, she's in the maternity ward.
No, she was on our list for this week sometime.
Well, I put her in there because I think her udders were fat.
Yeah, she's on the list for this week sometime.
So roughly 144 days ago.
See if I can find the list on my phone. Here it is.
Or 145. Hugh was out. he escaped. He would jump the fence and jump, and I would board it up, and he'd find another way to jump. So for a couple of days back in November, I was on Hugh duty, and I had no idea, number one, how long he was out and who he had relations with. So I finally have figured it out. It's been 5 months since he's escaped. It's all good. There's no more escaping, so there's no more breeding. There's none of that happening. This has been an ongoing. Anybody who owns female goats and anybody that owns male goats together can understand my pain when it comes to a billy goat will do whatever it can to get to its target. Absolutely
some
anything.
men are like that as well.
Yes. True.
So I have Leonora's date as yesterday, April 11th.
So she's in the maternity ward, and we're on Angel Watch. So I will go check her out. Was there a possible second exposure for her?
No.
All right, we'll check her out.
Unless we just didn't write it down. I also have Margot as a possibility. Have you checked her recently?
Yeah, I don't think she's pregnant.
Okay. And then April 14th, which is in 2 days, I have possibly Reba and Margot. And then we have, again, Darla and Angel. We don't have an exact date. We just believe that Hugh had gotten them at some point because we noticed they're pregnant. Hope is due May 2nd.
So Hope is confirmed pregnant, guys. We have ultrasounded her, and she's pregnant. She's going to have babies. Bambi, I don't think Bambi's pregnant. I always say this.
And then she
just held on to that baby weight. So no, I would say she's not. Guys, that's about it for our live stream right now.
Yes, and we want to get off so that Mary can go live. So I would say give Mary, a couple minutes to get going. But check out Mary on the Farm on Facebook, and you'll get to see our other baby goats in action. And we will see you tomorrow for the Farmerly Report. Is it going to be at 5 again tomorrow night?
Yes, 5 p.m. tomorrow night is going to be the Farmerly Report. We're going to do a weekly update on everything that happened. Maybe whatever happens. But we'll be here. 7-Eleven, no 7-Eleven for me tomorrow. I know I skipped this morning, but this is a pop-up live that I'm taking in place at the 7-Eleven. So I'm going to try and sleep in tomorrow. I don't really hardly get to sleep in.
Well, actually, no, you're not. You're taking all those goats to Tiny Town tomorrow in Lancaster.
What time? So the answer is no. I'll be loading goats.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. They have to be there at 9. So I have to leave by 8 or 7:30. So I have to load up by 6:30.
Sleep in on Monday.
We will let you know, Cheryl, about the Leonora. All right.
Excuse me.
Okay, no sleeping in. Maybe I'll go to bed early tonight.
That's what you should do.
I have so much footage for you guys to watch, though. I still got to show the footage of me going to look at the Cinco cow, which I showed a little bit of that. I've got footage of everything. I've got 2 minutes. I'm not going to show you any footage. I'm just going to tell you about all the amazing things that I want you to see. Apollo digging holes in the ground. We have, oh gosh, guess what? Chip. Look at this. I gotta show you this. I want to release all this stuff. This is what he's out doing on events. Woo! Anyways, I got lots of content for you guys, and that's why I don't go to bed early. Because I usually try to edit something, but then I fall asleep. So whatever, Forget about it. Shut up. I'm out. We're gone.
Bye.
1 minute. Love you guys. Mary on the Farm will be live on Facebook right now, okay? Go check it out.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
See you later.
See ya.